we have seen all these things in the last class. Now we are going to see what is the expression for the signal amplifier gain with feedback. We have already seen this, just in a detailed way we are going to see. So this is the general structure of a single loop feedback amplifier. You have a source which is going to give electrical signal to the amplifier which has a gain of capital A, and you see XS is the signal coming from source and XF is the signal coming from the feedback network. See, I'm not using voltage or current because depending on what mixing I'm going to use, depending on what sampling I'm going to use, it is going to be V voltage or current, right? So I cannot clearly say always it is going to be voltage or always it is going to be current. So I am using a parameter X which can be voltage or current. So XS is the signal coming from your source. XF is the feedback. XF is the feedback signal coming from the output of feedback network, and in the input side I'm going to have a mixer. Mixer is essentially an adder. So here I am for negative feedback, you have to subtract. So from the source it is going to be plus sign, from the feedback it is going to be minus sign. So from the output of the adder you see, so that is the actual input signal Xi going to your amplifier. So Xi equal to XS minus XF. So this is the concept of negative feedback. I'm going to subtract the feedback signal from the input signal, or I can say the input signal coming from source and the feedback signal are out of phase. Same phase means you will be adding it. Out of phase means I need to subtract it. Okay, amplifier and output of amplifier is X naught. Output is A into Xi. So gain is output by input. A is equal to X naught by Xi. So X naught will be equal to A into Xi. That is going to your load. From the load, I take a portion of the signal and give it back to the feedback network, which is having a feedback factor of beta. So beta is equal to output by input. Output is XF. Input is X naught. So beta equal to XF by X naught, or XF equal to beta into X naught. So this diagram structure of a single loop feedback amplifier with all the notation which is described in terms of capital X, and capital X can be, see here, it is given either voltage or current, and here onwards we will not see about positive feedback, we will see only about negative feedback because this unit focus only on negative feedback. Next unit we will have oscillators which is going to focus on positive feedback. And remember, negative feedback, always the feedback signal and input signal are out of phase. That's why we are going to subtract. See here, Xi equal to XS minus XF. Okay. And Xi equal to XS minus XF. This is the feedback, negative feedback effective input signal to the amplifier, and beta is equal to XF by X naught. It is the feedback factor, and the gain without feedback. As I told you, in all these cases, we will be finding two things: gain with feedback and gain without feedback. The gain with feedback is given by capital A, and the gain with feedback is given by capital A. Okay, and the gain without feedback is given, gain with feedback is given by A suffix F. It is the voltage gain with feedback. When you write only A, it is voltage gain without feedback. Without feedback means you have to consider what is the input to the amplifier, what is the output of the amplifier. Gain with feedback means you have to consider what is the input coming from the source, what is the output of the amplifier. Okay, see here, capital A is X naught by Xi. I take Xi because I immediately consider what input is going to my transistor amplifier. Gain with feedback AF is given by output by input. Output is X naught, but input is not Xi, input is XS. XS is going to be the source. Okay, X naught by XS. And from negative feedback, XS equal to Xi plus XF. So X naught by Xi plus XF. In the input side, input signal is XS minus XF because out of phase I am subtracting. So from that, XS is going to be Xi plus XF. So X naught divided by Xi plus, and XF cross multiply, XF equal to beta into X naught. So X naught by Xi plus beta into X naught. Okay, so from this denominator, take Xi as common outside. So Xi into first term is 1 plus beta into X naught by Xi. X naught by Xi, it is capital A, divided by 1 plus beta into X naught by Xi is again capital A. So the gain with feedback is given by AF equal to A by 1 plus A beta. Okay, this is the gain of an amplifier with feedback. Remember, whenever you have a suffix f, it means that you have to consider the amplifier gain with feedback.